Merry Meet Witchlings, and welcome back to the channel. It's the Twisted Witch Midnight Moon Song here, and today I'm going to be showing you one of my protection bones, and I will be explaining how I've done it and what you can do, what are some other substitutions you can use, and just overall giving you an idea of some of the things you can do with your bones. Because I noticed that there's a lot of younger witches in the craft that like the idea of bones and bone magic, but they're not entirely sure where to start or some of the things they can use those bones for. And I wanted to kind of start this series to kind of show you just little things you can do with them. And I felt a protection bone would probably be a pretty good place to start, since we're all trying to protect ourselves in this, the time that we are in. Sorry, I stumbled over my words there. But this bone is a femur bone. Femurs are one of the hardest bones in the body, if not the hardest. This one is a pig bone, but you can use whichever kind of femur you like. And as you can see, sorry for the shaky camera work. As you can see, there's a symbol on each side. These symbols I just did with hot glue, but as soon as I did them, I put black salt on them as well. So that's why they're black in color, because there's actual black salt mixed in there. There's also a black salt I rubbed, over the bone. Now, I took some things and I actually put it inside the cavity of this bone. And of course I cleansed everything before. That's very important. You should definitely cleanse things before you do stuff like this, because bones especially pick up other energies, especially before you charmed them. So if you have a bone that you haven't charmed yet and you want to, definitely cleanse it of all the residual energies before you do so. Now, I just use Palo Santos, that's me, but you can use whatever you want. You can use sage, which would get rid of everything. You can use lavender, you can use sacred sound, but whatever you need to do. I just really wouldn't use liquid, especially salt water. If you do use water, I'd recommend just using normal water, like normal moon water. I wouldn't recommend using salt water or vinegar, because those can actually eat away at the bone itself and can definitely make your bone less of what you would want it to be. So definitely stay away from that. Now, what's inside this bone? Well, this bone inside has in it sea salt, coarse, unground, for clarity and the knowledge to be able to identify problems and work my way out of them. I have lavender buds in here for spiritual protection, as well as emotional stability and emotional protection, third eye protection, that sort of thing. Psychic protection, if you will. And then I have cloves for the protection of my physical self. And I put that together and I mix it together and I put it inside. And then I actually took hot glue and sealed up the top. And then I took and I pressed it downwards into some more black salt. And then I took a black candle and charged it for sealing in the protection and allowed it to cover the entire top and drip down to look very aesthetically pleasing. Then I called on my deity, the universe, the stuff I call on whenever I want to charge things. I placed it into another skull that had my magic manifestation symbol on it to help the magic manifest into that. And here it is. I made this bag actually as well. I made it out of an old baby blanket, and I carry this in the bag and I carry it in my purse and around with me, and it's a protection charm. But it can also be used as a protection charm when I do spirit work as well. So it's charged with overall protection in all the areas that I possibly could need protection in, and that's that. Now, excuse me. Now, if you don't want to use lavender, because I know a lot of people don't like to use lavender, you don't have to. You don't have to use a femur. I choose to use femur for protection because, like I said, it's one of the strongest bones you have in your body, and I wanted to empower that sort of strength into that protection. But you, like I said, you don't have to use it. If you choose to, you can. Putting the stuff in the bone, I think, is what actually really helps to infuse the bone itself with the magic. But you don't have to use lavender or clove and salt like I did. You can use whatever you want. You can literally put any herb. If it can be broken down, you can put it in here. Excuse me, I got the coughs today. And you don't have to make it for protection either. You can make these little bone containers for almost anything. You can make one to help you with love, to make one that helps you with clarity, happiness, whatever. You don't have to do it for strictly protection. I just personally like to do work with it for protection. But you can literally charm it for anything. You can also take pieces of other bones, shards of bones, like maybe shards of teeth or claws and stuff like that, and put them in here. Now that I think about it, I probably should have, because I actually have rabbit claws. I save, whenever we clip a rabbit's claws, we save them, and I have a lot of those. I could have put those in there and I didn't. But yeah, you can definitely do stuff like that, and you can decorate your bone however you want. You don't need to put any sigils on it if you don't want to, or rub black salt on it like I did. You don't need to do any of that. You can paint it any color you want. You can leave it completely plain. Whatever you wish to do, you can do, because it's your bone and it's your magic. And just make sure that whatever you're doing, you're putting the intent in, because bones take intent very, very well. They're like sponges. They soak it up. So what you give them, they will take. So when you make your bone, remember to concentrate on what your outcome will be and stay to that. Try not to let your mind wander too much, because enchanting bones does tend to, like I said, they tend to be a sponge, so they can soak up. So if you're letting your mind wander a little bit, they'll soak up whatever intentions are coming with that. So you do need to be a little bit careful with that. Really just try to keep in your mind the intent that you're wanting to put in. And if you're having trouble focusing, I would stop and come back to it so that you can concentrate a lot better. But yeah, that's about it. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It's not a very extremely long one, but I was happy to show you, and I hope to show you more next time. So if you like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell to stay notified of my videos, and I will see you all next time. Blessed be.